Hello and welcome to Yoga Bursts. Lovely to see you all once again. Hopefully you're getting a better picture now because this is the second class I've recorded on my new phone with a bigger screen, and for me it certainly seems to be picking me up better, so I hope the sound is fine and I hope you can see me from the top of my head to the tips of my toes. Not too much floor, not too much ceiling, just me hopefully. So today we're going to be looking on working on our hips. So it's just going to be easy on the hips. So today I'd like you to start standing. So come to a comfortable standing position. So have the feet hip distance apart, and if you remember from an earlier video, to check that, just roll down, providing you can get your two hands between your feet, that is roughly hip distance apart, and just roll up safely. Roll those shoulders back and down, stretch down through the arms, push down through your feet. Just close your eyes for a second while you take a breath, a lovely deep breath in through your nose, down through your chest, your lungs, into your abdomen, and then back out and up, either through your nose or through your mouth, as you gently flutter open your eyelids. Breathe as you stretch both arms up to the ceiling. You're going to hold on to the right wrist with the left hand, stretch, push through the feet and come over to the left. So keep pushing down through that right foot, get the stretch from the hip flexors through the rib cage, through to the tips of your fingers. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, come back to center. Switch, right hand holds onto left wrist. So stretch first, always remember to stretch first. Push through the left hip as you come over. Try not to come forward. Okay, you're pushing the chest through just as we did in an earlier video when we were seated. Think of your posture all the time, your alignment. Come back to center. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, release the hands. You're going to come all the way down to the mat in a forward fold. If this means bending your knees, then please do. If it means putting something there, like a prop to put your hands on, again, please do. Listen to your body, have your bits and pieces around you ready when you start. You're going to place the left hand in between the feet. You're going to take the right arm back and you're just going to circle 3 times. Doesn't matter which way, because once you've done 3 times one way, you're going to do 3 times the other way. Keep pushing through those feet, stretching through the legs, and then switch. That right hand comes in, left hand, and start to circle. Just 3 times and 3 times. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, hands on hips and up to standing. Roll those shoulders back and down. Take the feet slightly wider now, so they become wider than the hips. The toes are pointing out towards the corners of the mat. So whether you're standing the same as me towards the long edge of the mat, or you're at the top of your mat, it doesn't matter, providing your toes are pointing to the outside edge. You're going to start to bend the knees to bring yourself down to a squat. Now that's not for everybody, so if your heels lift, get your trusty props again. Okay, put the heels on the props to bring yourself down. Now you might not get down this far, it may be that you're here. Doesn't matter, everything can be worked on, everything is progress. So come down to where is a comfortable squat for you. And the palms together, use your upper arms and your inner thighs and open. This is opening your hips, palms down towards the heart center if you can. If they're up here, don't worry, all can be worked on. Breathe. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, take the palms down. Bring yourself slightly forward onto your toes and come onto your knees. Sit back on your heels. So again, this might not be for everybody, so I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see what I'm doing. So you're sitting on your heels, your hands can be facing, your fingers, sorry, can be facing away from you, roll those shoulders, sit up tall, or they can be facing towards you. Your choice again. This time we're going to stretch through your ankles. So you're going to breathe in as you breathe out, push into the hands and lift. Use your core, release and lift on the exhalation and release. Continue with that one if that's enough for you. If you think you can rely on your core, please try. If you don't try, you'll never know. So sit up tall, hands on thighs and lift. Release and lift. Otherwise, keep continuing with the hands on the mat. Release. One more. And release. Well done. Come into tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And just circle those hips. Just 3 times and 3 times the other way. Just get some movement in those hips. Tuck the toes. And this time you're going to rely on your core. Oh, did you lose my head there? Looks like you did. Sorry about that. New phone, new camera, and it's not picking me up. So I'll come back slightly. I just realised that, sorry. Tuck the toes, pull your belly button in and back to your spine. And you're only going to lift your knees slightly, just a couple of inches off the mat, no more. And lift. Breathe and release. 2 more. Tuck the tailbone in, pull the belly button in and back to the spine and lift. Release. This is called bear. 1 more. Lift and release. Well done. Keep the toes tucked, lift the knees, chest towards the thighs. Just briefly into a down dog. It's only a transition pose as you walk your feet to your hands to come into forward fold. Hands on hips and up you come. So again, I'm going to turn to face the camera. So it doesn't matter where you're standing, just stand wherever you are. So press down through your feet, pull up through your legs, hands on your hips initially. You're going to bring up the right knee and get your balance. You're then going to start to circle that knee. 2, 3, 4. Circle as wide as you can. 5 and release. Reset. Push down through the right leg. That's your standing leg. Lift the left. Get your balance and go. For 5. For 4. For 3. You might have a little bit of clunking going on there. Just be careful. 2, for 1 and down. Release. And just wiggle those legs. Release the arms. Take the arms up in line with the ears and come down into a chair. So I'll turn to the side so that you can see. So my arms are in line with my ears. My feet are hip distance apart. Yours can be slightly wider if you've got lower back issues. And come as if you're going to sit into a chair, looking up. So imagine you've got a nice glass of wine there. You're watching your favourite TV programme on the screen up at the ceiling. And if you can, try and come down a little bit deeper. Just go with your body, depending on how it feels today. Breathe and release. Breathe in, and as you breathe out once more, arms up, release. See if you can lift the toes this time. And see if you can come onto the toes and lift the heels. Release, toes and heels. Release, up to standing. Swan dive all the way down. Forward fold again. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, start to bend the knees. Come onto your knees. Swing yourself round and you're back to lying on the mat. Palms are down on the mat. Tuck the tailbone under, lengthen that spine along the mat. Your feet are hip distance apart. See if you can touch your heels with your fingertips. If not, just try and make sure that they're in alignment, even if they're a little way away. You're going to push into the palms. You're going to tuck the tailbone under and you're going to lift into bridge and release. We'll do a few flowing ones first of all, just to get you used to it. Push into the hands, tuck the tailbone under, lift and down. One more. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, lift and down. This time you're going to go up and stay there if you possibly can. So push into the heels, tuck the tailbone under, lift. Roll one shoulder under and the other one. Push into the palms, lift. If you can, clasp the fingers, palms towards the head and push those arms away. Breathe. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, release the hands and gently, one vertebra at a time. So think about your upper back coming down first, your middle back, and then your lower back. So your back safely on the mat. Bring the knees into the chest. Gently rock from side to side. Just massaging that lower back. Then breathe in, and as you breathe out, take the nose towards the knees. Head down. Release those legs. Palms turned up to the ceiling, legs long. Just stay here for a moment with your eyes closed or not, your choice. Take a couple of breaths. And bend up your knees. Roll over onto your right hand side. Gently push yourself up. Come back to a seated position. And once more, you are ready for the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me once again. Namaste.